Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Do we have any minutes?
I don't-
Mike had the minutes.
Yeah, I had asked him, I hadn't heard back from him.
Okay.
I'm sure he's at the tournament right now.
All right. Old business.
We need somebody to take
This is crazy.
notes.
Okay, would somebody take notes?
I can take notes.
Thank you. Old business.
Okay, facilities update. We've had some irrigation concerns again at West Road. Fields 4 through 7 was a panel problem. I believe Kevin has fixed the problem.
Yep.
And it's working.
Contactor, Yep.
It was a contact, and you put a bigger contact, more amperage contact in or something.
Yeah, it's two pieces, and
Okay.
the overload needed to be a bigger one. After we replaced the contactor, we had to upgrade the overload, so. It
Okay.
seems to be all set, working now.
And that's working. Because we had all that hot weather, some of the goal mouths, fixing of the goal mouths is not fixing itself as quickly as Sid would like. But it appears to be fine. We had some rain, and the rain came down, and then the irrigation was fixed, and we will be okay. The grass, Sid had to go out today, and he was getting the dead grass off the field that we had cut because it was long and it's hard to get off. If you cut it more often, it chops it up better. So, good news is it's fixed. Bad news is it wasn't fixed, but now we're okay, so it's just, I think this is just part of the whole new system that we finally may have gotten down.
Mhm.
You think we're
Yeah, I think almost everything's broken that could break,
great?
except for the pump down at the pond. But we have a motor and impeller,
Yep,
and I'm gonna set that up, so when it goes,
you're gonna be ready.
we can unplug what's there and put in
Put the
the
other one.
spare. We'll probably should do that for the one at Field 6 as well, but I'll work with Sid on that.
Okay.
Should put a sticker that says the last time this was done. That way we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, really, that's a
Yeah.
great idea.
Well, Kevin has it hooked up, because, number one, it saves us a huge amount of money. And two, it saves us a huge amount of time, because if you send it out, you're one of however many are on the table.
School's gone weeks in the
Yeah.
summer without a pump.
And we haven't ever gone that long. And if you go weeks in the summer, if you go 2 weeks in the summer, it's gonna look like everybody's lawn does now that doesn't have super irrigation. So, all the fields are now fertilized. So, the water concerns have slowed the gold mouth, but we're okay.
Can
Um,
I ask, what's a goal mount, or whatever it
Where the
is?
goalie stands,
Okay,
so when they line the field, there's the field, and the goal is here and the goal is here. And field people would like to say, well, just, move the field one way or the other so that you don't have the goalie standing in the same spot
oh,
all day long.
got it.
They
But if
stand
you do
there,
that-
they kick their feet because they're bored.
Chew up the
or-
grass, is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
And then, but what happens, if you do move it, now they've gotta come out, instead of the line being here, now it's here, and it gets very confusing, so. Normally, it's not a problem, Sid takes care of it, he'll put the net down, and it all works, it works well. But he was talking about overseeding it, but I don't think we're gonna have to though, so. But the price of fertilizer, like everything else, has gone up, so that's the way it goes. Budget-wise, right now, we're okay. We did have to put some stuff off at the end of in June, like the weed killer that we use, because it's expensive, and we didn't want to go over our budget, but we're okay. So now Doug,
Okay. So mine's actually fairly brief considering how busy we are with all the camps because everything got started since last meeting. So we're off and running. We're actually I think we're at the midway point of both camps. This will be the halfway point for summer playground, and we're at the 7-week for the Voyager camp. So I do have just some final numbers. We did hit exactly 400 for summer playground, so that's where we're at.
That's amazing.
Which is a lot, but staff's done an awesome job over there. 17 total staffers managing between the South School gym, the cafeteria, and all that space.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely kept us busy with everything that's going on. We've got 90 in Voyager Camp. That's the official number there. So again, our big trip's coming up on Thursday to Canopy. That's our biggest one. The amusement parks are still highest draw, but we actually last week did our own deep sea fishing trip on a private boat that we were able to get because we had high enough numbers. We had almost 40 people that went on that. So it wasn't great fishing wise, but it was, kids had fun anyway.
Catching it good?
Yeah, no, they ended up with a bunch of mackerel, which kids took home, and they said they tried it and said it was good. So it's each teach their own. So it wasn't what we were going for originally, but so each of the trips they've been busy, full, great group of kids, great staff there as well. Tennis started yesterday. Actually with us, so again, we partnered with USTA for that, so it's a little separate than what's already done in town. But we have 23 total in that between the grades 3 and 5, grades 6 and 8, and then we have an adult program this year too, so for introductory adult. So we weren't able to get the grades 1 to 2 off and running, so we were just below the cusp of what we needed. They need a minimum number of 6 to do that. So we'll try again in the fall, but we do have an additional coach that's helping too, so hopefully that will keep expanding and using that court space when it's available. Ken Lynch and Nicole Hand, they have the Summer Fun Run program that they'll be coaching starting next week, so that kicks off for their number of weeks that they do running up to the school year for everybody to kind of get back in endurance and shape. And then we've got our flag football clinic, the 5-week clinic, starts on Wednesday, so that's its second year going around too, and that's over at West Road.
How many have you got in that flag football?
There's 18 in that.
And what did you say about the adult introductory tennis?
So there's 23 total in that.
23 total.
Yeah, we can max out, and those lessons is 8. So it was 8, 8, and 7 for the adults.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
No pickleball. I don't think I was able to update that. I wasn't at last meeting. So Miss St. Thomas had to do a bunch of renovations this year. So that's where they've been playing, was indoors. So we had to, they moved their masses indoors to that space. So nothing until the fall. So we put that on hold for now. That'll go out in the next brochure. The trips programs we've been trying to do for adult trips, that was, we had some registrations, but it was too low of attendance to fill a bus, so we're gonna try to rework how that's offered. There's some other organizations and companies we can use and kind of work with other towns too to maybe fill that bus space. So sometimes the towns that have a little bit less, if we all work together, we can fill those buses for those trips too, for people that are interested in doing it. And then my only other item is just Old Home Day stuff. I work with Kirsten Hildenin on that, so that's coming along. We're a little less than 5 weeks out from that starting on August 13th. One thing we wanted to ask was we are looking for volunteers for Food Truck Alley on Friday for setup and kind of organization. So we thought maybe if there were members of the commission that wanted to help, Kirsten's usually over there doing that. That's on Friday. She's over there usually around 3 o'clock is when the trucks start showing up. So that's all prior to the fireworks display.
It's called the what?
The food truck alley.
Food truck alley.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Friday the 13th. What time?
It's no, it's not Friday the 13th. We begin on the 13th. That's the 15th. Friday the 15th.
Oh, the 15th.
Yeah, probably around 3 o'clock. We get that by 5:30. All the trucks are there and set up and getting ready to start serving food before patrons come up, and then it's all
Great event. Great
Sounds
time.
like it.
Yeah,
Great time.
yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
I'll
I
do
do
that.
that.
So-
Yeah, I'm just not sure of the time.
So if you're interested, just shoot me an email, shoot me a message.
Okay.
Okay. We also have the color run this year too, so we're always looking for people if you want to spread color. That's usually the big thing. It's kind of a fun thing to do. That's going to be at the town common this year too, and then we're coordinating with the LPA, the Winter Police Association, to do their movie night down there too. So everything's going to be at the common. Hopefully, weather holds out for us. With everything we've got planned for that week, everything else is pretty standard. With the color run, that's going to be opening online this week. This year too, what we're going to be doing is 25% of all the registration fees that come in are going to be going towards kind of a scholarship program for somebody, a resident that passed away last year that used to be involved with the summer playground program. So that's going to be, that money's going to be essentially deferred revenue that we're going to use to help families in need next year that might need some financial assistance and want to join the summer camps. So that's going to be something too. That'll be on the flyers. Family will be there. We'll make sure that that's noted as well as we get closer to that event. But that'll be a nice tie-in too. Something the resident loved running as well as the summer playground program, so it made sense to kind of work with that family. We're working with that family directly to make sure that happens. And then the last item, big thing is the softball tournament and home run derby. So I don't know. I sent you an email. I don't know if you get your school stuff, but I was just curious. Do you know if there's anybody from the school that would be interested in doing that? I had reached out prior to the end of the school year, but I know teachers scatter and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure that we can. I'll have Jimmy send out another
Okay.
email. I'm sure there's some coaches or
Just something. Yeah.
staff.
Yeah, we're working on that here at Town Hall. So we had a team last year. We'll see how many come back. But I know police and fire are already all set. So it's just we need to find people to play against them. And that'll be over at LAFA this year. So we're gonna have 2 games going on at the same
nice.
time to kind of move it along a little bit faster, so everybody can get over to the food truck alley and the fireworks.
Oh, is that two separate things or one?
The
Softball tournament and home run.
home run derby will be early in the day. Yep. So that'll be at noon. But that'll be probably limited number because I don't expect
So
too
where are
many.
you gonna play the games at LAFA?
We're going to use the softball field. It's probably the 90-foot diamond for the police. We'll have to use the 90-foot.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't want
Yeah.
to be hitting.
Well, yeah, you can't put them on, you can't put the police on the 200
That'd
Yeah.
just be unfair.
field, they'll just,
We'd have to use.
So will the town, though,
Football.
coach. I mean, if we separate other people from the athletic department.
yeah, we as a rec department don't wanna really brag about our softball prowess. We were that close last year.
Very close.
Can you send me times
like a
and
challenge.
schedules for the fields that are you gonna be used, so I can make sure?
Make sure they're set. Yeah, we'll definitely get us. That flyer hasn't gone out yet, so we've got we got a
Okay,
few
yeah, that
weeks.
would be
That'll-
helpful.
Yep, definitely gonna do that.
When's the road race?
It's on Thursday,
And the parade's on Saturday, right?
Saturday. Yep.
The road race is on Thursday night?
Oh, sorry, you're talking Boot Scoot and Boogie?
Yeah.
That's Saturday night over there on
Alright.
Nelson.
Okay.
Color run you were talking about?
Color
Thursday?
runs on Thursday. Yep. Sorry. There is a schedule of events.
okay.
They're on the website and everything, and it's been going out. There'll be more each week. We're going to be posting more and more. Kirsten and I will be. We're finally getting all the sponsors are coming in. The vendors are coming in. The town common is it's almost completely full. I think we have 88 spots. About 65 are already filled. So
Excellent.
so that'll be locked down. Still collecting for the parade. A lot of those organizations want to walk in the parade as well. And then we're going to have a kind of like I said. This year it's about the nonprofits and the groups in town that are, trying to put emphasis on those that help the community. So we're hoping we'll even get some community involvement. We're talking about opening a contest for neighbors and residents too, even if they want to have a float in the parade too. So putting those together. So
Cool.
more information will come with the committee meetings that are going about. But it's moving along. We're getting there.
Good.
That's it.
The
That's
summer,
all?
Yeah.
the summer program, now we offer the full day deal instead of going home at noon. The average attendance so far has been about 207 kids per day or so.
So the total signed up is 400, but the average is 207 a day.
Yeah.
No, 207 that stay the whole day?
No,
or
207 that attend.
That are
That attend?
I didn't break it down, because we have some that stay just the morning, some that only come in the very few that come just in the afternoon, and the bulk of them are there. But you also have to know that the heat was pretty bad. And so for a mom to say to the kids when they have a swimming pool outside, you gotta go to summer rec, when it's gonna be 90 degrees, doesn't work out well.
Did you guys have a cooling station in the, does South School offer
No,
AC at all?
no.
In the
They got the
library?
they turned their ventilation system back on to keep the airflow going, and then they found all the fans that they possibly could for the gym space and
Yeah,
cafeteria.
they help us out, but it's just,
Oh, it's brutal. I'm sure it's
yeah,
brutal.
and you can't take the kids outside.
No, too hot.
We try to get that done in the morning, and then they're in, and you try to keep them a little calmer. We had a few problems. The first day, the pickup was not good. We changed it a little bit, and we are now, it's in and out, and I think unless mums and dads forget to pick them up, which we had 2 or 3 today,
Oh, boy.
takes about 10-15 minutes to get all of those kids going, because we get all the counselors helping, and we do 5 cars at once. But the staff has been I've been impressed with the staff, because it is new, so the people coming back, it's all new. We got people new coming in, but they're very attentive to the kids, and it's been working out well.
How are they trained, the counselors?
So this year too, we did a staff training prior to we started on the 25th. Camp
Okay.
started on the 30th, so they did a staff training. Went over a new manual that was put together with all the policies, reports, kind of how the new procedures were going to take place, as well as and some of that information goes out to the campers and their families too, so that they're aware of what's expected of them. And then they did, all of them are first aid or CPR trained, certified, so we offered that through the fire department, as well as some other outside organizations for those that couldn't make the actual date. A number of them already had certifications. And then we did a parent orientation the Friday before too, over at the high school. So it took about a half hour, so we had 50 so families showed up, so we could go over all that information. That's been going out too via email blast, so try to keep them
And
informed.
we have a bunch of councils that are back, so they help out the younger counselors, and it's working out well. It is new. There
How's
have
the
been
law?
some kinks, but it's,
How's the lunch program?
It's been going well. I mean, the numbers have dropped off, which not surprised. The meals are actually, I think everybody in here would like eating them, but for 6-7-year-old kid eating a chicken salad sandwich, but it's a free program that's offered. So the fact
Well, no,
that
just like when you described it back in February or January, whenever it was. I mean, it sounded good.
yeah, I mean, there's been leftovers, so I know I've had
So
one
do they
for a
bring it in
camp
on a
day.
truck, or is they making it there? in
No,
the-
so they already pre-make and then they drop them
They
off
drop
at the
them
truck.
off.
Yeah, they have a refrigerated truck. So because they
Oh,
go,
perfect.
they have different destinations, so they pre-make them the night before and then they.
But they're
they-
fresh every day.
Yeah, for the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yep.
And they're different, probably.
Yeah, they're different. Yep. So we send out the menu. It's Tuesday through Friday. So I send out the menu either Sunday, Monday night when I get it. So I sent it out last night, so all the families know what they want, and they've been good responding. If they know their kid's not gonna eat, they don't want it on Wednesday or Friday, we try to update the list. There's a number of meals left over, which is something we'll
Yeah, I
tweak
mean,
going forward. But
It's new to everybody here too,
Right.
so.
Yeah.
I figured that was such a good idea when you did it.
yeah,
Mm.
And Pizza Mondays have been a hit. So today was pizza day. So that's everybody likes their
Excellent.
pizza. Everybody gets pizza.
Can they bring their lunch if they want to bring
Yes, they
lunch?
can. Yeah. hmm Yeah, number two. I think we had 165 originally in the lunch sign up for the free lunches. We're probably down to about 100 now. So
That's the amazing part, is it's free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
that's
Right.
huge, yeah.
yeah, but it's for, like they'll give you some like little pita bread, small pieces with hummus. Like we'd eat it, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure
No, you're right. I mean,
8-year-old kid.
Yeah,
would-
it's
That's how they have
It sounds like
Healthy
most kids
It's-
are
it's healthy
used to
lunches.
that
Yeah,
now,
right.
actually.
Yeah, I'd much
That's
rather
what
Yeah, they don't,
parents
they,
are
yeah, but they
serving.
don't eat it, they'll throw it out. It's not like real easy, like you can pick up a sandwich and
yeah.
not drop it all over the place, so. Okay, I met with the town manager. I took him around to all the fields, went to the tennis court, basketball courts. And, he's very astute at what he does. And he got down, crouched down and went to a crack and knocked his knuckles and heard hollow noise. And he looked at me and he said, I think you better go through the CIP to get these redone.
Good.
What we discovered, the first two tennis courts are over 50 years old now, and they were built with federal funds. And when you do something like that with federal funds, you have to have drainage underneath. The upper tennis courts were built without drainage underneath. There's a crown to it, but there was no underneath drainage, which is why we have a lot of problems with it. So, I talked with the facilities director at the school district, who is in agreement that, patching it, it's gonna last a year or two, if that. And so I presented to the CIP committee,
CIP being,
capital improvement plan.
thank you.
And what happens next with that is I don't remember how many people are presenting things, like 6 or 8. Do you remember how many?
I
Capital
just
improve-
came from capital
How
improvement.
many?
That's for the whole
The
town.
school has 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. The town doesn't have anything.
No.
And then there's water,
And then there's what?
so 6.
Water?
Yeah, there's water pipes.
And then traffic stuff, fixing roads, intersections, bridges, things like that in our town,
So there may be 7 or 8.
This is new though. Capital improvement plan
No,
is new?
no.
No?
It's been around for, I don't know how long. Been around for a long time.
And has there been money in it always, or?
No, there's no money in it. It's an advisory group that you would present, and it's put on a strategical long plan. So it gets rated of importance and benefits to the community, and you've got to, have the receipts for everything you're saying that you're benefiting from, and then we put it in numbers, and if it's a number one, it gets moved to the ballot to be voted on. So like the auditorium was on there at one time, and it went on to the ballot, and people said no,
And people failed.
and I think it was twice now,
Twice
and now
now,
it's
yep.
back again.
Oh, it's gonna be back on again?
Well, not for I think 4 or 5 years, but it's kind of, right now, they had it with the improvements to the high school, the module part of the high school, they wanna redo.
The old
Part of the high
100.
school, like it said,
100.
they said it was modular,
Yeah, the one.
they wanna do that, and so they put that in with that, and
Yep.
I asked to separate it because I think it's two different issues. One is
So-
safety
So
for
where
our
did
kids,
this,
and the other
where
one
did
is.
we get here, Coach? How did this go?
You get a certain number of points, but they listen to all of them.
Yeah.
Like I presented, I thought the committee was great, they listened, they asked questions,
Mhm.
they seemed to be enthusiastic.
Mhm.
But it's kinda like at home, where you may want new shrubbery and a new walkway, but then you find out the roof is leaking. So you gotta do the roof and the sidewalk, and the shrubbery goes away. So they have to rate it, they come up with the priorities. If we get that far, then it'll go on the ballot as a warrant article.
But we could be talking years.
Well, it's a safety issue, right? You're gonna have kids fall and break
Yeah,
their ankle or.
it needs to be redone, to be.
And I completely agree, but it just
And I
sounded,
think
it just
they got
sounded like,
that.
it
Sounded
just,
like it wouldn't be.
just sounded like
a
it could
priority.
be years.
Well, yours, I think what you're talking about with the tennis courts is higher than the turf fields and the bleachers they
new
wanna
stuff,
put
yeah.
in. They wanna put in
Absolutely.
Okay.
these turf fields, and I asked for I wanna know the cost of maintaining those turf fields, cause now you're maintaining turf fields and dirt fields, and that Woody's, you're gonna, there's,
No, no,
Minimal
so,
cost.
So what,
yeah, so hopefully that we'll be able
They have
to,
a
and you're
garage,
absolutely right, Kevin,
like
it's,
a-
what's the
That was
interim
supposed to
plan though? The interim plan is if it takes 3 years or something.
you can
have-
also put it on the warrant article as a citizen's petition. You, anybody in here, who lives in Londonderry,
Yep.
can get 25 signatures, and you bring it to first you write down what you want. We are looking to raise $40,000, I don't know, whatever, $100,000 for tennis courts. You bring it to the town manager, and they have the town attorney look at it, make sure the verbiage is okay, like where it cites, and then you get 25 people to sign it. You gotta do it like near Christmas time, January, like in that time, and then you bring it with the 25. It has to be registered voters. I always tell people get 35 to 40, because if somebody says they're a voter and they're really not, whatever, you want to cover yourself, and then that puts it on the ballot as a citizen's petition. Now, if the citizens vote for it, like Rail Trail does that a lot, and the citizens will vote it. And if you go out there and campaign enough for yourselves, you may get it. I mean, I can't say yes or no how people are gonna vote, but that's another option for you guys for this year. Is prepare yourself to put it on the ballot.
The problem that I've seen historically, if you don't have the support of the town council, you don't have the support of the budget committee, it makes it more difficult. Doesn't make it impossible,
No,
but it makes it more difficult.
But you might
No,
get
but
that too. You throw it out
Yep.
there, you might get it
You may,
anyways.
but it's a lot of work to do that, and that's how like all of the fields that we got built and all sorts of things, the track and everything else. That's how we did it. We got citizen petition warrant articles.
Yeah, I think if you put it out as, it's a capital improvement plan, it's in that process, but in the meantime, we've got courts that are falling apart and becoming a safety issue, so here's what we proposed, 25,000 to repair, I don't know.
Well,
To
it's
last
just
the
the-
5 years that's gonna take
No,
to get
we
the.
already
Yeah,
talked
well-
the numbers are way above that.
Yeah, the numbers are way above that to patch it, and it won't last 5 years. They
No,
they
just
sell
like
you a bill
two.
of goods, but it's like,
minimum, a maximum of 2
That's
years,
so
right?
much, really.
yeah, a
Right.
couple of years.
So like
That's what
3,000, I was gonna
Right,
think.
I was gonna say, when we did
My
the
ex-
numbers, it was
yeah,
not.
my experience has been that they tell you it's gonna last this long, and it never does. It starts going again. My big fear is if we try to patch them at 60 or 70,000, and then a year later, or 2 years later, we're asking for big bucks to redo them, we've lost some credibility. I don't think we can keep going after people. It's gotta be,
It's not 60 or 70,000 to repair them.
it's not what?
It's not 60 or 70,000 to repair them. We talked about that
Hundreds
last
of
time. It's
thousands.
no, to repair them, it's, we're calling
But it will only last
7 or
years.
20.
It's
1 year
possible.
for 7, 25 for 5 years. And we've had these
But
guys.
that's per
No.
court.
No, first of all,
No, it's for the
here's the
courts.
other part. The company that we've used before, Vermont Tennis, has gone downhill since the owner retired. I can't even remember his name, but he was
Yeah,
really good.
it's Jeff, and he didn't retire totally, but his under guy.
Yeah, and
How do you know it's gone down if they haven't even done?
because
it
I've talked to
for us?
other rec directors who have had problems with them.
Okay.
They've had problems in sales, big problems in other places, and I would have a hard time getting past that, because it hasn't worked. And in order to do it and have it do some good, I can't see putting basically like a Rolls-Royce grill on a Volkswagen like they did back in the day and think it was a fast car. No, I can't, I think that's a waste of the taxpayers' money. I think we've gotta go after getting them done right with, with drainage, so they last like the lower courts have lasted for basically close to 50 years. And they're cracked, but they're not as bad as the upper courts, so.
And where they're existing, can't money come out of the maintenance trust fund? Like, how much did we pull out for the playground last year?
For our maintenance trust fund?
Not any of the town, it's a town
Yes,
facility.
we don't,
No, but the town has a maintenance trust fund for all property, right? All its assets.
well, it does, but
It's in a specific budget, and even
Yeah.
though it's a line item budget,
Mhm.
it's a bottom line budget.
Yeah.
But you're not in there, so it can only come from, like, so, I don't know, like think of a department,
Mhm.
the finance department can't take something out of their money and swip it over to
they
you.
can't just take money out of,
A department and move
they
it
can't
over.
take money out of fire, police, DPW, the big ones, 3 biggies, and say, yeah, recreation needs $100
Why doesn't
grand.
recreation have a
So,
line item in there?
Well, you have you go and you present your budget every year, you say, we need this amount of
Yeah.
money, this is why we need this amount of money. Now, if you need to increase your line item budget, you could say that you need to do that for a one-time.
Yeah, our budget is really an operating budget.
Right, but I'm just
Right,
saying, you
yeah.
you can do that this year during the budget season. You could say, we need to increase this by this. The other good thing is that, hopefully, we're looking at bringing back impact fees. We have a few counselors that are for it, a few counselors against it, but like I just explained to them, it's
But that
needs
would have to go
move
to
this
new.
way.
It wouldn't help repair.
Right,
these.
immediately, no.
When's
Yeah.
the budget season?
You're coming into it now. They're having meetings, I think, it's a Thursday, I can't remember.
I remember.
What are
I'm
the
sorry.
impact fees?
I'm sorry?
What are the impact fees?
So when a builder builds,
Real
we
estate.
get money from them for 5 years for improvements and needs for the town, so
It's-
it has to be impacted by them. So we did them before, but that company that like Kevin Smith works for, Woodmont,
Mm-hmm.
they were the ones that actually sued us because we didn't use the money for the right way.
Mhm.
And so we lost and we had to pay it back.
Mm-hmm.
But it's supposed to be like, if you bring in so many kids and they have to add,
Yeah, you
On to
have
the
to
school.
show, the town has to show what the impact is, so.
right, so
So, she's building
an apartment
she's
building.
building an apartment a big, huge apartment building with, I don't know, 100 and 200 apartments. What's the impact to the town? Well, a lot to the
Recreation will
school,
get a little bit,
recreation, the library, but you have to,
have a project,
you
and that's
have to
what
have
this is.
something to show. For example, way back when we had those, we used impact fees at West Road.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was an influx of people coming into town, an influx of kids. We didn't have enough fields because we had more kids.
Mhm.
So the number of kids playing soccer and I'll make up the numbers, 'cause I don't really remember what they were, but we went from like 400 kids playing soccer to 800 kids playing soccer. We had no place to put them. So that qualifies for that. We can't just say,
Willy-nilly, we can't just pick.
we can't say, well, you know, it'd be nice if.
Right.
No, it's gonna be attached to the impact that the town has felt from that growth.
And it can't be used for repairs, is what you were saying?
For that?
You
can't
be
cannot
used for repairs.
Yeah.
It just
It's
be
because you're
used for-
building it for the new
Yeah,
population.
it's,
Gotcha.
and it, like, it wouldn't be for these projects, cause it has to be
No.
expansion of use, so if you added parking, if you added, you know, a pavilion to sit under, something like that, something that's generating more participation, then that's how it can be used, and it's also just a 50%, it's 50% match impact fees, so we still got to come up with 50%.
Gotcha.
At that building in pass yet though.
So for
So-
what,
No, but that's
That's
it's
not-
typical,
that's
of
not
50,
right now.
it's 50-50, usually
Right
it's
now
50-50.
it's not.
Right, but
so
typically
where
that's what it is.
we're at with what we're talking about, the best place to go would be maintenance trust fund, right? Make some kind of
No,
a
a warrant article.
A warrant article.
warrant article.
Citizens petition, I think. Conservation does it, Rail Trails does it.
Which again, I think back to what Art was saying. Is the budget committee going, you know, we gonna get the approval by the budget committee? Because I mean, I'm only gonna speak for myself here. But when I go into the booth and I look and I go, well, the budget committee doesn't want this. I haven't really stared at it, right? I haven't taken hours upon hours to look at this, so I put my trust in the budget committee and at the town council. So, I mean,
Yeah, but if you make your case that it's a safety issue,
I completely agree.
we're a Division I tennis team playing on
I
something dangerous,
I
and
completely agree. I just would love
comes down to
to.
public opinion and getting the word out.
You're
Oh, I
saying
think
you
the
gotta
word
get
coming
this.
You got a campaign.
Yeah,
You
well,
gotta
no,
get
I
it
think
out.
that the support will be there from the very select group of, you know,
Right.
the athletic department and all that. I think that would be there for the support. It's just,
Yeah.
we couldn't get pickleball to pass here, let's remember that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it's,
but they didn't get their message out.
I know,
They,
yeah.
fair
it was a
enough.
confusing message. and-
How many people voted, do you know how many people voted last election?
It was almost 4,000.
About 4,000. You know how many people like voted no on the free lunches and everything?
I don't know.
Because it's.
I mean, I do know, I have it online and
Yeah,
stuff, but I don't
any
know.
idea, like, is it 400?
No, it's like a couple thousand.
So,
It's like
It's the people that always
50-50.
vote
It's
no.
50-50. It's always comes down to
there are people
50-50.
that vote no on
Anything that's
Everything.
gonna
everything.
raise.
Everything.
free money. It
Yeah.
doesn't cost us, the free lunches don't cost us anything. And people will vote no, they go in and vote no, so it's not like you're trying to get, there's 8 people in here, you gotta get 5 of them, no. Because there's gonna be a couple people, if these are normal voters, they're gonna vote no on everything.
Who would we talk to? Because I know when I left the booth last time, I thought, you know what? I can read these things and understand it, but I bet a lot of people can't. I mean, they're written really. They're not friendly. They're not.
Legalese.
They're legalese. And you know what? I don't even think people know, are they voting yes or they voting no? They're just looking at, like you said, oh, they did it? Okay, then I'm doing it.
To me, that's electioneering. I think that those things shouldn't be there personally.
Right.
You're using your influence
Right.
to push something
Right.
the way you want it to push, and I don't think that's,
Who does that though? Who sets all that up?
what do you mean? Who writes them?
Who writes those things? Who gets all that?
It's written in part with state
The
RSAs,
state RSAs and the lawyers look at it to make sure it's legal,
legal.
because if it's not perfect, it will get challenged.
But the bottom tells you what the impact is. A yes or a no costs this much.
You know,
Yeah,
And
sometimes
there's
you get
always
0.000001.
information out there, like on the town underground, that does an in-depth, one by one, this is what this means, this is how it affects you. You know, we do it too, this is what this means, this is what affects you. I mean, they do a TV show, the town manager will sit there and say, this is what this means, this is how, I mean,
So, yeah.
they're putting it out there,
Oh, no,
It
there's
just
plenty of
glazes you
information,
over.
please don't take me the wrong way.
I didn't take you
You
out
have
which way.
to, you have to want to
Pay
really
attention.
care if you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Well, I also don't think that some of the residents here, you know, I think they just show up.
You just gotta pay
It's
attention,
time to
that's
vote
all.
on that
I
Tuesday.
have a friend who will vote no on everything.
Yeah, I have a
And
friend,
what, did they give a reason?
Yeah, yeah.
because
what's the
when they
whole
just go
point?
there, they just don't wanna read, and they just don't wanna raise
Taxes
their
are too
taxes.
high.
They just, so they think it's all tax.
Taxes are too high, period.
Some people just, it's inconvenient to go on a Tuesday
But
at 2
that's,
o'clock.
that's
and
their
go
choice,
rushing.
they have that right to vote no on everything,
They do.
I don't
And there are some
necessarily.
people who vote yes on everything, so you have those wash everybody out, it's the people who actually take the time
Yeah.
and look at it that are the deciding votes.
So, now, the other thing with the courts is we had a guy come in to the rec commission about replacing the backboards. He was gonna do a fundraiser to replace the backboards and the rims because they're
Talking
outdated.
basketball.
Yeah, because you don't get a real good bounce off the rim. And I always thought, you hit it right in the middle, it doesn't hit anything that goes in.
The rims are tough, coach.
The rims,
They're
the
double
rim-
rimmed.
the rims are tough, but they've been up there since like 1974. The backboards haven't changed. So anyway, somebody wants to start a fundraiser. There's another group that has taken over.
Yeah,
There's been a thing on
Instagram, they've exploded.
Facebook, so they've raised. Do you remember how? It's like they've already raised
As
like
of last week, early last week, it was $20,000.
$20,000.
Wow.
Great.
That will do a few backboards, I would think.
Not as many as you think. So, but I think that's the whole thing of us having some skin in the game, so to speak, that people are out there raising funds to do this rather than just getting up and saying, we need this, I need this, I need this, I
I
need
think
this.
that's why pickleball failed.
Yeah, they didn't bring anything.
I do, I
Yeah.
think that's the reason, I think if they had come in and said, we raised, 20,000 and we're looking for another 20, they would've got it.
No,
They could ask for 600 as long as they raised 20, but they didn't raise anything.
Well-
And literally, that's what's happened in the past.
I,
If you came in with 20,000, you could get 100 for lights. It's-
and
Yeah.
like with the pickleball, the way it was worded, 6 to 8 courts for, there was, I can't remember.
well,
what
the
money
verbiage was terrible.
Yeah, 150
Like
to
a lot,
180
I
we're gonna
thought.
spend, and they didn't, people
was no
just, a
backup.
lot of people thought it was ambiguous,
Correct.
and, but, so,
But it didn't miss it by much, did it, the votes? I thought it was pretty close.
Was it 200 or 300? Were we close?
I don't remember. Most of the votes are always close,
Yeah.
though, for the most part, they're, like, within reason, so,
I don't know, my citizens petitions, not last year, but the year before, each got 75% of the vote. So,
yeah, but none of those had money attached, though.
no, but they
Yeah.
were big changes.
They were changes, yeah, yeah. But they didn't have money, I think when people see the money, it's like,
I
Yeah.
don't know, the Rail Trail did, they always tend to get their money in sort of some
Yeah.
conservation. People need to feel for it,
you gotta, you have to step
tell your
up
story.
Yeah,
and get it done, so.
market.
I'm gonna wait and see what the CIP does, how it goes with the CIP. I'm gonna talk to the, powers that be at Town Hall. I have a meeting with them next week anyway, introductory, so to speak. And, we'll see what happens. But I'd like to get them fixed. 100%, right, as opposed to, because they've been a problem from day one. And it's just, I think if we don't do it right, we're just shoveling good money away and we may not ever get a chance to get them done right properly, so. And it's tough, so.
Anybody have any other business they'd like to bring up and talk about?
Wait a minute, we were talking about the stuff you were talking about was getting rid of rabbits, correct?
Yes.
What are we doing for, so I talked to Art about we've got these beautiful benches over at the courts. We've got 8 of them, people are using them like crazy, but the grass is just high underneath.
Not anymore, it isn't.
So you got them?
Yeah,
Okay.
They're
a
gonna
couple of
be,
weeks now.
well,
So-
here's what I did, I went up and I moved them. I moved them all that day, then I contacted Bill just to mow them and he mowed them. I contacted our,
Well, the picnic
Joe.
area was the same way.
yeah, I contacted Joe, and he's gonna move them, when Bill cuts over there, he's gonna move them, so it won't be a problem.
So
Mike,
we
yeah.
don't need a long-term fix for that,
No,
because we were talking
It's
about
fixed.
whether or not we do something on the bottom of them that doesn't
That would be,
weeds or whatever.
somebody gave me an estimate on, like a little, like putting
Cement pad.
pavers down or a cement pad. Now we're going from just leaving them on grass to spending a lot of money for, like, how many picnic, what did we get?
8.
8 tables? Times 8, you know, and the problem I had is, if you put pavers down or cement down and there's little kids crawling around, I'd rather have them on grass.
Gets,
So, and it'll work. Joe
gets
just-
food on them, gum, then you gotta clean those. And
Yeah, so, he'll move them, they're not that hard to move, the octagon ones are a little harder,
Yeah. I tried moving one of those.
but he
They're
has,
heavy.
he has a, I moved one side, then I moved the other, and it was off, so it wasn't bad. I was in the hospital for 4 days.
Yeah, right, I was gonna say, as long as you
It
know,
wasn't
sue
bad.
us
But
for
there's
your
no
back.
grass under the
And
table.
he's got the bobcat, if
important.
something is stuck, he can just like, he can hook a rope up and just drag it slowly. So, and he'll do it, I went up, speaking of Joe, I went up on the 4th of July. Why I went up there, I don't know, but I drove up just to make sure everything was okay, and there he is, he's weed whacking under the guardrails,
Nice.
because it'll look better.
Aw.
I said, it's 4th of July. He says, yeah, we didn't have anything going at home, so figured I'd come up, put in a couple of hours. He's very meticulous about what he does, and it's,
Who is it, Joe?
yeah, Joe Nahalik. So, he's doing a great job, and tell him to do something, he does it. There's no,
He's helping
and he helps Sid
Rick,
with,
he helps it.
he helps Sid with the heavy work, so. Which means I don't have to move.
8.
82 bags of
No,
fertilizer. That weigh, I don't know if they're 40 or 50 apiece.
50 pounds.
Are they 50?
40, 50, yeah.
Yeah,
How's our new employee working out from the high school?
Doing a good job.
that's Joe.
Oh, that is Joe,
Yeah.
okay.
He's aces.
He's aces,
He's,
okay.
he is really good. It's, you know, Bill's there with him. Sid goes up and checks. I go drive through.
Is he a kid who's gonna stay with it for a while, or is he?
Well,
Until he
get
graduates.
him a couple of
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
Yeah, we got him for a couple of years.
He likes to work. He likes to do things.
That's great.
You know, so I think it's a good find.
What about barrels? We talked about that, and you said you might be able to get some new ones. We don't have enough when there's a ton of it.
There's
Yes.
at least a dozen over near the tanks.
Yeah, we got more.
36.
We got more down at West Road.
Oh, okay. Because we also have a lot that have no covers.
Yeah, we're gonna get rid of those.
Squirrels get in
Yeah.
there, and the birds get in there.
Well, the crows get in. The crows will get in, and
Tear
I was out
everything up.
walking.
Yeah.
It's like 6 o'clock in the morning, I was out walking, I saw these crows, and it was garbage day in the back of me. And the crows like flicking stuff out, and,
They don't even want it.
you know, the squirrels will get in and chew stuff, so we're gonna get rid of the old ones, and we have the ones down that we have are from a couple of,
I mean, they're old too, but
they're old, but
Is
they
that-
haven't used, they've
Is
been,
that something town provides, the recycling and the
no,
trash
the,
guys?
trash company,
West,
trash company does?
waste management
waste management.
goes in there.
So you can get a certain amount?
Well, I don't know
Fine.
how
We
we
can get what we need, and they take back, they will take back the old ones. So, for example, my recycling bin was broken. So my wife called and handled it, and they said, well, just put it out, and we will come and get it. I don't know what day, it might be Monday or Wednesday, they come and they get it, and they leave another one.
Right?
They throw the
Yeah,
old
we
one
got a
on the
broken
front.
cover too, so that's a good
Yeah, you
solution.
can just call,
John
Denise.
Trotter. or
Denise is
Who is
in
it?
engineering.
Engineering.
Don't call John Trotter
I,
though.
Denise and engineering.
I was
Denise in
trying,
engineering.
yeah.
She handles all of that. And
Okay, got that solution, my husband will be happy.
They can
Okay.
spray for your
Yeah,
plants,
so-
they're good.
so we've talked about, in addition to our regular stuff, we've talked about keeping rabbits off of our food.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know about food, you don't wanna use that spray for the food.
You
What I
don't?
told you, I don't think so.
You don't keep the rabbits? Well, that's what I'm concerned with my garden. My wife has flowers all over. I don't care what
Yeah,
happens.
no, I don't know if I use
My
that
little
spray, I
garden,
wouldn't
I
use that
want 'em
spray for
free.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mediterranean
It probably
one,
says
we
it
gotta
right
grow
on it.
tomatoes. Right?
I have my tomato, they don't go near my tomatoes.
Why? How do you do it?
Well, first off, I have a raised bed.
Okay,
But on things that I don't have a raised bed, I take these and I cut the top and then I cut it and I put two of them together and then I put it around the bottom and as soon as their paws hit the, and it makes a noise, and then
Oh,
they'll never come back.
that's clever.
no problem if you get the deer though.
Well, that's something big. I'm just saying the smaller things just to keep the rabbit.
This was a baby rabbit that got into my garden through the fence hole that was like about this big.
Andy Mack told me for deer, just to hang bars of soap in the trees.
Really?
They think it's a person nearby. They don't come. It's just like if you plant daffodils around tulips.
Yeah,
Moles hate daffodils, so
Yeah.
but they love tulips. So if you put the
Yeah.
daffodils around the tulips, it won't eat
there's
you.
all sorts of things like that that actually work.
Well,
I prefer red
I like
pepper,
the
so that when he
Amazon spray.
eats it,
Get it
you
the
know,
next
make
time.
us water, dilute it, put it on, and then it's a little bit hot and you won't touch it.
Yeah,
I
it
lost
just
all-
gets washed
I was
away.
away for a
Oh,
week
that's
last week.
all wrong.
I lost all my blueberries
Oh.
Yeah, me too.
when I came back. Every one was
I
barren.
love blueberries too. Oh my god, that's sad.
Usually I do it fast. I see them when we went home.
Yeah,
In a week, everything was gone.
well,
They're crazy. These
They're
you know
getting
what?
crazy,
We don't
yes.
hear any more. I don't know about you guys, but I used to hear coyotes.
Yeah.
I haven't heard a
I think
coyote
that's
in
why
2
we have
years.
so many rabbits.
I don't know where they went,
Uh,
but I haven't heard one in like 2 years.
And the
And
rabbits
now
are
I open up my
exploding.
back door and there's like 20,
10
30
rabbits.
rabbits. No, 20, 30.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, I know, mine are just starting. Don't even tell me 20th.
Do we want a motion?
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll motion to adjourn.
Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
that's all
No,
good.
it's all right. Drew, I'm like, Drew needs a spot
Okay,
to cut
you need
this.
to- Okay, you